right, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the next part of the day. So this is an MRF kind of 11th year special. It's called Retail's Beautiful Stories from the Land of Cleopatra, Retail Excellence in Egypt. So we're going to move over to another panel discussion focused on retailing excellence in Egypt, as I said. It's going to be a conversation all around the interesting retail concepts in fashion, lifestyle, F&B, beauty, and even pet care. So let's welcome our panelists to the stage. Please give a round of applause for Issam Hafiz, CEO of Daladress for Trading and Agencies DTA Egypt. Thank you. Ahmed Shalash, developer and operator of Park Street and a board member for Iram Egypt and Sky Investments. Mahmoud Aladdin Ibrahim, CEO and founder of EG Puppy. Cannot wait to speak to him. Mokai and Becky Barber. We also have Abdurrahman El Hefni, business development director of Femex for Import. And of course, our session leader and moderator is the chairman and MD from TSM Al Sanad, Mr. Mohammed Galal. Ladies and gentlemen, your panel, thank you so much.
I'm delightful to be around again in this prestigious gathering. And I would like to start my session about Egypt to basically introduce my guests, and then we'll move forward with some presentations that will get you more into our retail experience in Egypt. So I will start with Mahmoud, please join us. I will start with my guest, Ahmed Shalash. Please, would you introduce yourself?
Everyone, it's nice being here, always in Dubai. I'm Shalash. I'm the Vice President of Sky Investment. It's a conglomerate that works in a diversified retail, oil and gas, real estate development, F&B, and we're happy to be here.
Shalash, thank you for joining. Shalash represents a very interesting project called Park Street in Egypt. It's a mixture of F&B, luxury, food entertainment, and office space. And we will talk more about it. My next guest is Hefni. Abdurrahman, would you introduce yourself, please?
Pleasure to meet you all. I'm the Business Development Director of Femex Group. Femex is specialized in luxury retail and sportswear, operating over 35 stores, crossing from top luxury, accessible luxury, and lately in sportswear. And we had been actually one of the leaders in the luxury fashion presence in Egypt, starting from Ermenegildo Zegna, from Armani, from LVMH Group lately, and continuing our expansion as we still see the market of Virgin, of the Pure, of the major players to be present in Egypt, which hopefully will be soon in the market.
Our panel is quite special today. Abdurrahman represents the luxury fashion industry in our group today. And so my next guest is Mahmoud. Mahmoud, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. This is Mahmoud Aladdin. I am the CEO and founder for multiple retail brands in Egypt. They are specialized in different sectors. The biggest retail chain for pet stores, and the biggest retail chain for barbershops, and restaurant chain for sushi, and as well motorcycle business, different industries, different shops, more than 46 stores with 4,000 employees in a duration of 10 years. And we are quite expanding in different sectors. And we're now expanding to the Middle East as well. We opened our first shop here in Dubai for Becky Barber, the biggest chain that we have in Egypt. And we're expanding with all our brands here in Dubai so that we can kind of go out of Egypt and start expanding in the whole Middle Eastern area in all our sectors. So it's a pleasure being with you here, everyone, and we hope that it's going to be really fruitful tonight.
Mahmoud, thank you for the introduction. So as you see, Mahmoud is adding to the mixture of our retail excellence. So into the haircut and barber experience, which was very limited in the past. Now it's getting regional, so that's a new addition we have there. Also into the pet market, and introducing a chain of shops. This is something very unusual in the Middle East, in Egypt, and coming also to becoming more regional. Also in the food business, and more into the motorcycling, so you need to tell us more about this. Something I didn't know about. First time to learn about it today. And then also I would like to introduce Assam.
My name is Assam Hafiz. I've been working in the retail since 2006 in Egypt and the Middle East. I've managed around more than 62 fashion brands in addition to other brands. And now I'm the CEO of Daily Dress for trading and agencies. We have two brands, but one of them is the oldest and the first real fashion brand, local fashion brand in Egypt. And I came on board 2 years ago to make it regional, to turn around the company after the difficult or the highest competition with the international brands, and to take it out of the country to become first regional and then international brand.
Assam is representing currently a fashion brand called Daily Dress. Daily Dress is the very first Egyptian brand that was established in Egypt that goes back to 1991. So really he's one of the, or the brand is the eldest. Nothing has existed before. I would like to start my session here with a small presentation that you will watch on the back. It's like photos, just to get you into the mood. Retail excellence in Egypt. Can we play number 1, please? So these two photos are actually Cairo today. This is old Cairo, and this is new Cairo. This is the new capital city. This is exactly when you come and visit Cairo soon. This is what you will see. Can we move it on, please? So something happening in Cairo, Egypt today, or in Egypt in general, we're reviving all the classical retail. The downtown of Cairo is now being resurrected or being revived. And of course, the landmark of that is a very famous pastry shop called Groppi. It has been established in the years 1820s, I guess, and it's being revived. So I started my presentation just with this photo, because soon you will find one of the very famous international pastry shops into that location very soon. If we could, please. Yeah, I can. Super, excellent, thank you. I love technology. I'll go back. This is Groppi again in downtown Cairo. And then also part of that revival, there was a very old department store in Cairo, and now it's being tenanted by LC Waikiki. So you see the building on the top, but they have tried to maintain the facade as much as they could by reviving it. Paul, very famous. This is El Korba in Heliopolis. This is the east of Cairo. And they managed to take one of those very old historical buildings and to use it as their Paul outlet. It's very successful. It has a very nice garden on the back. Chantilly also is another example. This is like examples of what Cairo or Egypt retail is trying to do now, is to maintain the look, the classical look, and having the modern retail operation now. This is a new super comer in the market. This is the open air mall by TMG Group in Madinati. Madinati, this is really the new face of the coin in Egypt now. This is the new city. This is some photos of the mall. It's quite special, actually. This is the Maryland Garden. This is something that was there many, many, many years ago in Heliopolis, and now it has been renovated with a nice waterfront F&B. This is in Alexandria. It's a very famous building just overlooking the sea in downtown Alexandria, and a pastry shop called Delice is being revived also. That was Delice in the years. This is something that is quite special. This is New Alamein. This is at the North Coast. This is very special projects. And that's the mall inside. It looks very much like the Kuwait Mall, same style somehow. This is by the River Nile in Cairo. This is Walk of Cairo, a special project also developed in the west of Cairo. This is in Alexandria. This is like a new development into the sea, just introduced, very successful, food and beverage. These are the two famous Nile boats cruising the Nile in Cairo. So whenever you're there, you have to not miss that experience. This is also a newcomer in the market in Cairo or in Egypt. It's a chain called Chill Out. It was introduced by the military. Military now are into food and beverage. And this is something quite successful. It's like standalone gas stations with food courts being really rolling into the city and adding services to the people around. This is one of the very old cafes in downtown Cairo, also being revived now, called Cafe Riche. This is also in east of Cairo. This is a building being redeveloped into F&B concepts. The introduction that I just did is just to put you in the mood that Cairo, Egypt, or Egypt in general, is reviving the retail experience, especially into the F&B emotional entertainment field. What we have all learned from COVID is that there have been a very strong, deep investment and development into F&B. Retail has a little bit slowed down in a country like Egypt. And today I am bringing you a flavor of Egypt retail by introducing my honorable guests. And each one of them really do represent an industry that is quite new, actually. Shalash, I think you started operation not long ago, I assume, just a few years ago. There is a small presentation, number 2, please. This is your presentation, so I'll have you talk about your company while I'm playing that. So would you like to press it, or should I just do it? I'll do it. Okay. So just introduce your company, and moreover, I would like you to talk about your Park Street project and the amazing F&B concepts that you have introduced.
Hi, everybody again. Well, it's a very diversified business that we're in. It's a family business. It's been there for 40 years. It started off with the oil and gas, Drexel, which is something like 38 years old company. It started off with a family business with Hussein family. We went in from construction to real estate development, and that's the real estate development that my colleague has been talking about, which is real estate Park Street. We started off this maybe 3 years ago. Different designers came in, we met good, we met bad, and then we partnered up with the people that we continued with. And we'll be hearing a lot more about them while we go through our presentation. So this was in operation 2 years ago. It was hard times because that's when we started, when COVID started. So we really thought that the business was crashing. People were online, people were buying online, eating online, everything was online. So we thought that retail was coming to an end. But again, I think we believed that this wouldn't last forever. So we pushed it and we worked to open with the end of the COVID, which happened. And once the COVID was done, people started really coming in, and when they did that, it gave us much more push to the front to continue. And now we're taking this to the east also, the other side of the country, which is like 80 kilometers away. When we started the real estate development, then we started hospitality. It was just something that was building on something, and we took franchises. Some of them went good, some of them went bad, and we learned in the hard way. So we took like 5 different franchises. A few of them went very well, and we're still working on getting more. So we have something like 11 stores, 11 F&B stores around the country working now. That's about all. That's some of the retails that we have. It's Sni, Flandren. We have a Mounai, which is a Lebanese store. We have Cocteau, which is a mix of the past and the future. It's flavored from, inspired actually from Cocteau, and then developed entirely differently by Alchemy, Mohammed Faris, who really worked on branding everything from the plates, from the food, from everything in it. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Shalash. I am very, what would be the right words? The presentation that you've just seen, this is Cairo, Egypt. Like 4 years ago, that was not there. We were all coming to Dubai to enjoy the experience of food and beverage and special retail entertainment. Thanks to COVID, this is something I would never have imagined to state. Cairo, Egypt now is on the real map of competitive entertainment, food and beverage, as well as retail and also shopping experiences. So Cocteau is an amazing experience. Like was happening in Dubai, like is happening in Saudi today. The group Shalash have managed to sign franchisees or franchise concepts with a number of Lebanese brands and now available in Egypt. So this is, tell me more about your experience with the Lebanese.
We signed like 5 franchises. Some of them went good, some of them went bad, like I said. We actually got inspired by this one specific, and we renamed it to Cocteau Le Jardin, and like I said, our partners in design, Mohammed Faris, they took it to a completely different level. He's the same designer as Sachi, and he's the one who designed Cocteau, so the flavor that he gave to this brand took it to a completely different level. I can't say competing with Dubai's F&B industry, but we're toddling behind them, and I think we'll be there.
So I'm just confirming Cocteau is an Egyptian local brand. This is not. This is an invented local brand.
It's invented by Mohammed Faris, actually. He inspired by, but then he took it to a completely different level.
Very well done. Thank you. I move on to my next guest. I leave you to the end. Abdurrahman, would you like to introduce your company?
Okay, so hi again. Simply, I will try to be very brief. So Femix was established in 2009, specialized in luxury retail as the start, where there was not any kind of luxury retail present in that moment. As soon as we started having some political changes in the country with the revolution that we had, and there was not a belief from the luxury brands that there is a market and there is the potential clientele that is based in Egypt in order to shop in all of our luxury stores. We started having our own concept after, which is the department store called Le Collezioni, where it hosts over 50 brands, crossing from fashion, accessories, jewelry, eyewear, and cosmetics. That's actually our latest concept that we opened end of last year, over 2,500 square meters. Now in the portfolio and through the years, after the brands entering in the wholesale formula inside of the department stores, it's starting to evolve more, and out of the 35 stores, we only have 3 department stores and 27 monobrand and standalone boutiques, crossing from all of the genders. If you can please just go back just to our partner. Yeah, this is actually our brand portfolio, crossing, and sorry, if you can go back again. Not back. Yeah. This is actually our major partners from the groups, from IFA, Capri Holding, Giorgio Armani, with crossing 3 different lines, LVMH, Mayola, and Zegna Group. After. Lately, if we can go to the photos, please, after Likolitsi, yeah. This is actually last summer, we opened 6 new boutiques in the North Coast, which maybe Muhammad earlier in his presentation showed the new Alamein city that we are building over the north coast of Egypt in a project actually of Amar, which is called Marasi, which we call it the Egyptian Saint-Tropez. So this is how we call it now. And this is actually some photos of our projects that we have during the 15 years. So this is even in the kids wear, we do operate with Armani, standalone boutiques beside Two Corners, Versace. Karl Lagerfeld, which was actually recently that we opened also 2 boutiques last year. And from sportswear, we have Fila and EA7 from the Armani group. And in the coming period, where now Egypt is being on the radar for all the biggest brands that they want to enter the market, and we do believe that within the coming 2 to 3 years, Egypt could be playing on the 4th biggest market for luxury retail in the region by many of the developers now from Al Futtaim, from MAF, from Amar, and from all actually the regional malls that came to and entered the market and established a property where it can host all of the big brand portfolio and convince them to enter such a big market of 111 million inhabitants. So thank you very much.
Rahman, thank you. Really, one of the side effects, positive side effects of COVID-19 was the fact that people were not traveling. So the 2 countries that really benefited from that, I would say it's Saudi and Egypt, because Saudi managed to establish their own retail and entertainment market, and Egypt also started to get out all the good inventions of F&B, as well as special concepts like Becky would eventually be telling us right now. I move to Mahmoud, please. So, yeah, here it is. So, Becky Barber.
Hello, everyone. So as I told you before, I'm the CEO and founder for Becky Barber and multiple brands in different industries. Tonight, we're going to speak mainly about Becky Barber, where it's the biggest brand for barbershops in Egypt and expanding in the Middle East. We have more than 23 stores now and opening in Dubai here, in Dubai Hills Mall, MR Beachfront, Dubai Mall, like we're expanding in the whole Middle East. We did a very nice concept where it was very new for the people in Egypt to have such a store that has the very masculine hood, you know, with all the features of leather, musk, and the music itself, the type of the barbers, how they dress, like everything. The whole mood of the store is completely different than any other stores of barbershops. If you can move a little bit back to like how the stores look like just stop in the next one, or give me the remote, please. Just
I'm going too quick everywhere.
Fast. Yeah. So as you can see here, we have everything here in the store is custom made for us. Even the lights, how they are patterned, and the way our seats are exclusive made in Italy for us. The barber's uniform, everything. We made like a whole experience of enjoying for the man to go in a man's world, to go and feel like you are in a completely different side where the woman can enjoy also the men has their own activity and their own ambiance, you know. So it gives the Egyptian people, Egyptian men, this opportunity that we open in so many malls, we open in all the main streets, we open in all the luxury district areas, and it gave access to everyone to enjoy such an experience. And it helped us to grow so fast that we became in less than 4 years, 23 stores with more than 1,400 barbers. So it became so big with a huge impact on people positively. So that's simply about us. And then we have our first barber truck. That's a new concept that we just launched in the North Coast in Egypt. And this is a truck that whenever anybody's opening a retail business, they face kind of a risk, you know, renovating and making the fit out of the store, the rental, a lot of things. and then if it doesn't work out, you lose a lot of money. So we started franchising our business, and for the franchisees not to feel afraid, we started creating and grinding and thinking about how to solve this. So we came out with a very nice idea, which is a full truck that can have a full store inside with all the services. Even it has the barber seats, the pedicure, manicure, facial, everything. And it has more than 8 employees working inside, and it can go everywhere. And the good thing about it is that you are not obliged, you know, that if it doesn't work out in this area, you can simply take your truck and go to some other district, and it will help you to minimize the risk of having the retail not operating in this specific area, you know, because the problem is not in the business, but it's in the neighborhood. So I wanted to show you the video of the barber truck. If I don't know, do you have it or not?
No, we could not download
Okay.
this one, unfortunately.
So, as I told you, as simple as that, like the Becky Barber just solved the equation of how to create this perfect business of barbershops, along with being able to franchise this business. And for every franchisee, they really have the win-win situation with the brand owners. So that's why whenever we sell a franchise, we have one person who bought from us first franchise store, and now in just 4 years, they have 11 stores already, 11 licenses bought, because the benefit was really good and the equation really worked well, and that's why we're trying to implement the same equation in the whole GCC. And we started with the United Arab Emirates, and then we're going to go to Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, different areas in the neighborhood. And I hope this is going to be a huge significance, and we're waiting for you all in our stores in Becky Barber. And thank you very much, everyone.
No, wait. We have Mokai also. Here it is.
So I'll give a last one about Mokai. So Mokai is actually a business that we opened for F&B just 10 years ago, and it was a mixture. You know, we found a critical problem in the F&B business in Egypt at that time, where the people were, you cannot go to one place and have all type of cuisines at the same time, and also have to get to enjoy nice drinks and shisha and a lot of things. So when you are a group of friends and you go out, you want to go out, you're going to find like a lot of diversity of everyone. These people want sushi, these people want international food, these people want just to have shisha. So they were kind of a problem because you used to go to many restaurants or many places to just enjoy this experience of having a lot of things together. So we came up with Mokai, which was a coffee shop and restaurant that had everything inside of it. Like we have the Japanese cuisine, we have the international cuisine, the Middle Eastern cuisine, and we have a diversity of all the type of drinks, and we have all the assortment of shisha. So it was like a full concept for everything, and it opened in 2012, having a very huge menu with a lot of international chefs that provided for the customers, and it started growing bit by bit to become like one of the most leading coffee shop and restaurants in Egypt, where we have like more than 6 stores. Now they are huge. Each one of them is more than like 10,000 square feet. So it just provides a service for a lot of people in different neighborhoods and different districts. And the concept is proven to be really successful, providing everything under one umbrella. So as I told you, I'm into different industries, but they are all serving the same type of customer. The customer who likes to go to a nice barbershop is the same customer who likes to eat sushi, is the same customer who wants to ride a nice motorcycle, is the same customer who wants to get the best food for his pets. So you're just trying to understand your customer and fulfilling his desires by showing him and providing him with all the type of retail that suits him. Because at the end of the day, we all make money to enjoy, and you are the seller of joy. So you're going to be happy selling your services. Thank you, everyone.
Well done. Super. Thank you. So let's move to the other one. Assam, please. So being the oldest fashion retail brand in Egypt, so you deserve
yes.
to
yeah, actually, yes, it is the oldest one, the first one, and it's the biggest one, local brand in Egypt. I can say that it was on the top until 2005, because until 2005 the importation of ready-made garments was prohibited in Egypt. After that, when the international brands came, Daily Dress started to have tough competition. Actually, I joined the company back in late 2006 until 2008. We did some things like we hired international Italian designers for the fashion, French designers to change the shop concept, and then I moved to other companies like Azadeh, Al Hokair, Al Futim, and I came back with the mission to turn around the company and to make the brand first regional, then if it can be international. In the past, the retailer used to say that the product is the most important thing, and then they started to say no. The most important thing is location, 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 location. But now it's all about the customer experience, is the user experience. If we talk about the online customer experience, if we talk about the brick and mortar stores. The things that when you do a turnaround of a company, you consider too many things. One of the things is the customer experience. We cannot go out of Egypt without having a look at the shop concept. Actually, it was not when we talk about the look of the image of the brand. It's not only about the shop concept. We changed the Facebook, the website, the Instagram look. But I'm here to talk about the shop concept, which is this is the second time I changed the shop concept. And you know, it applies to many things. One of the things is that when you enter the store, from the first glance, you can see the whole store, everything. And it's now the role of the visual merchandiser to grab your attention to this spot or that spot, and so on. On the cash area, it's very important to make the space to allow the customer and the cashier to have eye contact and to have the contact between them, so that it increases the experience and the customer engagement. Having lower height equipment also will allow people to, and the walkways, of course, allow the people to easily go through every spot in the store. And another thing, which is this concept specifically carries higher density of pieces more than the old concept. So it's basically more commercial. I'm talking about the physical store, the brick and mortar store. Now I'm not mentioning anything that we have done in the e-commerce, but it mainly enhances the customer experience, utilizing the experience that we have got from the too many international brands in the fashion that we have managed.
Thank you, Assam. I hope that we have given you an interesting flavor of the retail market in Egypt today. And we look forward to any questions you may have or inquiries about our market. And also, I guess, franchisee interests here in investments. So any investment bankers around, well, I think we're all very interested. So any questions? Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Thank you.